G'day guys, my name is Trent, aka Laxlime, bringing you a Pokemon Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire Wi-Fi battle. Today we have a battle against ShuckleDeath. If you don't know ShuckleDeath, I don't know how you don't. He's a bit of an attention seeker in my opinion. He's pretty much everywhere. But we sort of decided just to bring some cool sets and have a battle basically. He has got some sweet Pokemon on his side. The Spinder, the drunk one. Also Jigglypuff, Shudowoodo, and Nuzleaf. Super cool, so I'm looking forward to actually seeing what they do, because he does bring some really interesting sets. On my side, I've actually got a physical Executor and a belly drum Poliwrath, which I really want to put in some work, but unfortunately it's really hard to pull off. But he is the sort of player that I sort of really struggle to beat, because he sort of stalls a little bit. I'm bad at that. If you want to beat me, bring a stall team, because you will beat me every time. I just get frustrated, I start making silly plays, but I try to come into this battle with a really cool head, because I really wanted the win. But, you know, let's see how we go, guys. I'm just going to lead off with Masquerain, basically. This team really needs sticky web support basically to work, so I just went for that. This is my suicide lead Masquerain, so I didn't really care if it died. I actually wanted him just to go for a move then to kill this thing. I just went for the Tailwing. I know it doesn't really make a difference, but yeah, I've got nothing really else. I don't even think I have an attacking move on this thing. So I was just basically hoping to die. He's got the Sucker Punch, so he takes me out. I decided to go into Poliwrath here. I was thinking, you know what, Poliwrath is actually going to really hurt this thing. But as soon as I set him out, I thought, he's definitely got Woodhammer. And why should Sudowoodo actually carries Woodhammer? So I'd really be surprised if he doesn't. I fortunately get the flinch on this turn. So I was so happy, because the Woodhammer after the weakness policy upgrade would have hurt so much. But, you know, this thing is down. Sweet. From here, he will go into his Wiggly Giggly. This is a really cool Pokemon with Everlight. It actually works really well. I'm actually a really big fan of using these sort of NFE and Little Cup Pokemon in my teams, if you haven't noticed, with Everlight. I decided to go on Leron, which is exactly what I was talking about. This guy is super cool. He can survive so much. He's got ridiculous amount of defense when he puts an Everlight on. But, you know, that move does nothing. That's laughable. He ate that for breakfast. He doesn't even care about that. Now, he brings out the most evil Pokemon in the world, Pinkie Pie. This thing was a horrible thing to deal with. It is basically the spawn of Satan. It was just shocking. The moveset on this thing is just evil. Evil, as you will see throughout this game. I decided to roar it off. Binko comes out. It's super cool as well. Super cool Pokemon. I wasn't really sure what he was going to actually do. I decided to switch out into my Togechick, but totally misclicked and went into Poliwrath. And I was like, oh no. I just thought, you know, bugger it. I'm just going to keep it in. I do have Ice Punch on this thing, so I'm just going to Ice Punch it basically. Get him down. I think it will be in Oko. So, you know, hit the Ice Punch button, and it does so much damage. Unfortunately, he's holding the Focus Sash. He obviously felt pretty happy to go for the Sunny Day at this point, which he would basically. But I decided to make the right play now and actually switch out into Togechick and hopefully click it right this time. So Poliwrath is sacked off. Really disappointing, because I really wanted him to shine in this battle. I really wanted to get a Belly Drum off and just like completely wreck everything. Togechick is Assault Vested, so this Dark Pulse is gonna do nothing. Absolutely nothing. It doesn't even do anything. I just go for the Signal Beam. That's enough to take him out. That's more than enough to. I think he's 4 times affected by that. But he goes back out into Pinkie Pie. I do carry Flamethrower on Togechick, which was a massive threat for Pinkie Pie, basically. He does go for the Protect to scout out what I had after the Anticipation. He does see that I've got the Flamethrower, and I don't think he's going to stick around for this, so he does end up actually switching out into his Wiggly Giggly. I went for the Flamethrower anyway, because I thought, you know, it's going to hurt anything on his team, plus it might get the burn on something. With Serene Grace, so like safe play. You know, I make so many risky plays that I'm sort of starting to go safe a lot more often. This set is actually pretty evil with Serene Grace as well. I carry the Signal Beam just to get confusions, basically. I was just going to keep on hitting Signal Beam until I confuse this thing. Fortunately, I got the first turn confusion, and then he hits himself. So I was like, woot! And then I went for the Extra Sentry, another evil move, just to get the flinch, and I get a flinch. So I was like, yeah, I could just take this thing out. I didn't even take any damage from it whatsoever. That's a little bit of ShuckleDeath's medicine back in his throat after this Pinkie Pie. That Pinkie Pie, oh man, it upset me. But he goes out and Wasted. Wasted's gonna, like, you know, do his little dance around, and I'm just gonna switch out an Executor. I really didn't expect this move coming, this Retaliate. But after I saw that Retaliate, I was pretty confident that this thing would be Scarfed. So I decided, you know, I'm gonna switch straight out into Haunter, and he's just gonna take absolutely no damage from that. So I made a really, really good play there, and then I go straight on to make a really, really bad play with a Sludge Bomb. Like, how, like, obviously he was going to go and use Pinkie Pie. Why would I go for Sludge Bomb? I should have went for Thunderbolt. That would have hit everything well on his team as well. Like, it was just, it was silly. But, you know, you learn from your mistakes, so I'm not going to do that next time, basically. So I just go out in Leron. I thought, you know, he probably can't do as much to me as I can do to him, so, you know, it's probably my best bet. Unfortunately, he does have Infestation, so Infestation Toll is just going to rack up really, really quickly. So that sucks, and he's just going to protect and protect and protect until I can't do anything. I do make the right play and go for the Roar, just basically to get him off the field and get something else out. I'm happy with this combo basically because I'm just going to be able to sit here and take anything that this Swallow wants to do to me. It's not going to hurt at all. But he ends up going back into his Pinkie Pie after the other Protect. And this is sort of where the battle gets a little bit long. The Iron Head doesn't do anything to this Pinkie Pie. I know that was going to be the case. He's probably getting more leftovers, or just about as much leftovers back. I decided to switch out into my Haunter. I don't know why. I probably should have been better off just going into Togechick and just start flamethrowing. It didn't really make a difference, but I do go for the Thunderbolt just to sort of see how much it does. Unfortunately, it does nowhere near enough to really dent this thing. And then he goes for the Substitute. So he's got Infestation, Substitute, Protect. It's basically Devil. He shouldn't have called this Pinkie Pie. He should have called it something else, like Hellhound or something, because truly it is just awful. But you know, Thunderbolt's not going to do anything. I'm going to have to switch into Togechick, basically because I need to Flamethrower this out. I need to break its Substitute. I also really wish that I had Knock Off on a Pokemon, and that would have really been helpful. I do go on Executor, basically to sack it off, just so I can get a free switch without any damage into Togechick. You know, it really sucks because the two Pokemon I really wanted to put in work throughout this battle did absolutely nothing, and unfortunately they never do anything. I used this team a couple of times and they never did anything. So I'm able to get the Flamethrower off finally and break this thing sub. I was really happy about that, but you know, I'm just going to have to keep on clicking Flamethrower until I do something. Now, it turns into a bit of a stall wall because I'm going to Flamethrower, he's going to Protect, he's going to get leftovers, and then I'm going to Flamethrower, and then so on and so forth, and then Infestation and everything. So it's like, it's a little bit slow here, but yeah, I'll just keep on talking, I guess. It's a little bit wet around my part of town lately because we've got like a cyclone just like, I don't know, fairly close to us. So it's been like raining for the last like 24 hours, and apparently there's risks of flooding and all of this stuff. The media's making it sound like an apocalypse basically. I don't know if you guys heard that in your country, no idea. Now I make another really stupid play here. He goes, I go for the Extra Sensory, thinking that it was probably enough to kill, just in case he wanted to switch out or do something crazy. But it doesn't kill him, and he probably lives on like 3, so that really sucked, and that Infestation will take me out. It doesn't really matter because I'll be able to bring in Leron, and basically my plan was to roar him out, so the next time he came in, he would just die from Stealth Rock damage. So he does end up going into Swallow again. As I said, Leron can stay in all day against Swallow. This spray bird is just laughable at how much it does. That's like, what's that? 17 to 9 damage. 9 damage. It doesn't even bother me. Like, and this Iron Head is going to do so much more. Unfortunately, it leaves on like 1 HP. I was like, just make this battle go even longer. So there's another hit. That did even less than 9 HP that time. There goes Swallow. He's only got his Wasted and Pinkie Pie left. So he's obviously going to bring his Wasted. He makes a really, really good play here and goes for the Trick, which sort of stuffs me up a little bit and, you know, makes it really, really hard. Like, it pretty much, like, won him the game, this move. I go for the Roar, basically because I want to roar this guy out and kill Pinkie Pie. I was, like, really, really satisfied when this thing went down. I was like, yeah, you die. I hate you. I hate you. That was a bit aggressive of me. I'm sorry. But it goes back into Wasted. He's going to go for the Drain Punch. By doing that, that means Liron is down. And I've only got Haunter left. Haunter has only attacking moves, and he has Sucker Punch. So that means I am going to die from Sucker Punch 2 turns in a row. There I go to Sucker Punch. Oh, and like, well, you know, I should have been more prepared. I don't like carrying Destiny Bond on a Scarfed Haunter. I feel it's really counterintuitive, but you know, I think I'm going to after this battle. I think it's probably would help. But guys, thanks for watching and sticking around to the end. I'm actually got a question of the day for you guys if you've actually made it to this point. What I want from you guys is I want you to suggest a Pokemon to me that doesn't work, and I want to try to make it work. I actually have a really, really good fun trying to make Pokemon work. At the moment, I'm trying to make, what is it, Dalcatty to work. It's really been difficult. Let's just say my rating in the NU tier on Smoggin is just really, really low at the moment. That's probably the best way to describe it. But I think I've sort of come up with a way, and he's going to be sort of featured in a battle, I hope soon as I can get an NU battle with someone. But yeah, thanks for watching, sticking around to the end. If you want to have a chance to battle me, you can follow me on Twitter. My link will be in the doobly-doo. So hit that, press the follow button, and then I'll like say, you want to have a battle, and then you just have to reply, and then we can battle. It'll be great. But that's all from me, really, basically, today. So thank you guys for watching, and I really hope to see you guys next time.